Oh my goodness. It's so hard to believe that there could be such a beautiful day in February in Dallas where we get 80 degrees. I had to get out on the Fat Boy and enjoy it for at least a little bit today. But as soon as I get done, I'm going to go back home and I'm going to share with you some of the fitness tips that I have found that can keep me riding and enjoying this bike for many years to come. All right, let's get right down to it. I want to spend a little time talking about what I'll call the motorcycle and fitness connection. I'm 66 years old, and one of the things I want to make sure I can do is continue to enjoy riding that 700-pound Fat Boy, and in fact being active for as many years as I can. One of the things that I'm going to talk about in a future video is how riding a motorcycle can improve your fitness level by itself. Things like improved mental capacity, reduction of stress levels, a balance, burning of calories. Yes, a motorcycle can influence all those things and help you improve in those areas. But again, I'll save that for a future video. But what I really want to talk about today is some exercises you can do to keep your body fit so that you can continue to enjoy riding. Let's get right into some of those exercises. All right, we're going to focus on 3 main exercises today to improve your lower body strength, your upper body strength, as well as that core strength. Now, there are a lot more exercises that we could talk about and that I'll introduce in future videos, but today we're just going to focus on 3. The first one, we're going to take a look at strengthening the lower body, strengthening those legs, strengthening those quads, those hamstrings, strengthening the hips. And one of the best exercises to do that I have found is what I call a sit squat. With the sit squat, what I like to do is use a bench. You could use a chair, you could use some other kind of object that when you sit down will bring you to roughly a parallel position with the back of your legs and the floor. Again, for me, I'm 6'6", so the bench works out pretty good for me to be able to attain that. With the sit squat, I'm going to show you right now doing it without any weights. It's a great way to start. The bench or the chair, whatever you're going to use, is great for you because it helps with some stability when you're in the lower position if you need that. If you need to sit down for a moment, you can do it. But again, it provides some good stability as you do the squat exercise. I'm going to start with my feet, just a little wider and shoulder width apart out in front of the bench. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my arms out in front of me to help with my balance. I'm going to go ahead and sit back, and I'm going to touch, and I'm going to come back up. The goal, again, is not to sit, but just to touch the bench and then to come back up. Again, my arms out in front of me for some balance. I'm going to touch and back up. Touch and back up. Notice as I sit down, I'm trying to take my butt back to touch the bench so that my knees don't go over out of the front of my toes. Not critical without any weight, but one of the things as you add resistance, as you add weight, it's one of the things that you want to take into account. So again, it would look like this. Touch and up, touch and up, touch and up. Great way to do the exercises, great way to strengthen those legs. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some weight. For this demonstration, I've got 35-pound dumbbells. Again, feet about shoulder width apart. I'm going to bring the weights up to my shoulders. You can also hold them at your side. For me, I find this a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to sit and up. Sit and up. Touch and up. Touch and up. Moving on to the upper body as well as the core. The exercise I want to focus on today is the basic push-up. I love the basic push-up because it is so effective at helping strengthen the upper body as well as stabilize and therefore strengthen the core. I'm going to show you 2 different ways that I would do the push-up if you're not accustomed to doing it, if you can't do many, if you don't have a lot of upper body or core strength. You can use something like this bench to do the push-up. The way I would do it is place my hands on the bench, just a little wider than shoulder width apart. I would lower my chest to the bench and push myself back up. Again, this is a great way to do a push-up if you can't do many, by doing a basic floor push-up. All right, now let's move on to doing it on the floor. What I'm going to do, again, my hands are going to be a little wider than shoulder width apart. I'm going to try to keep my back as flat as possible. I'm going to keep my head up. I'm going to lower my body till my chest is just short of touching the ground, and then push myself back up. Again, this is a great way to not only strengthen the upper body, but the core as well. The third and final exercise I want to show you today is what I call the Supermans. The Supermans are going to continue to work on that core strength as well as strengthen that lower back. I find keeping that lower back strong is really critical to keeping yourself comfortable riding the motorcycle over a long period of time or a long distance whenever you're taking a trip. So the Superman, basically done like this. You're going to lay on your stomach. Your hands are going to go out in front of you. Think of the alter ego of Clark Kent, Superman. And what you're going to do is keep your legs straight, bring your arms and shoulders up at the same time that you bring your lower body up. It looks something like this. Up, pause, and down. Pause, and down. Pause, and down. One more, and down. All right, those are the 3 exercises that I want to show you today. All right, we just went through 3 exercises that can help you stay fit so that you can continue to be active, to continue riding a motorcycle and enjoying it for many years to come. Now, there's a number of ways you can use those 3 exercises. You could do 1 set of each with a pause in between if you're just starting. If you're in a little bit better shape, you feel better about it, you can do 2 or 3 sets of each of those exercises and then move on to the next one. Or a third way, and the way I really love doing it, is putting it together as a circuit. Doing the squat, followed by the push-up, followed by the Supermans. All right, I hope you got something out of this today that demonstrated how you can use fitness and some specific exercises that you can use to help you continue to enjoy riding your motorcycle for many years to come, and really in just staying active. At 66 years old, I know that I've got a lot of years that I want to do a lot of things, and I want to keep myself fit. And one of the goals of my channel here is to be able to share with you some of the things that I found over the years of being a personal trainer and the years that I spent in the Army that you can use in your own life, that you can adapt to keep yourself more fit. Until next time, stay fit, stay healthy, stay strong.